Happy Thursday, everyone. What a glorious time to be alive, especially if you're me. So once again, we're seeing the left go after speech. Left-wing NGOs are now coming after Elon Musk for buying Twitter. That's him on the left. In case you're normal and have no idea what an NGO is, it stands for No Good Organization. Pretty clever. They're nonprofit groups that claim to be independent of any government, but aim to push radical agendas like no cash bail and now censorship. Imagine a group even more obnoxious and less accountable than government employees. And this week, the NGO sent a letter urging a boycott of Twitter if Musk takes over the company. Its backers include former Clinton operatives, billionaire George Soros, as well as, get this, the European Union. Yes, the European Union signed a letter. The Ukrainians must be thrilled to hear that the EU's got their priorities straight. Sure, we're under constant Russian attack, but someone was mean to Chrissy Teigen. How's she doing? You know who else signed this letter? The Canadian government. Yeah, boo. Boo them. Is this what governments do? Sign letters demanding advertisers to boycott an American company? I'm sorry, Canada, we never expect America to sign a letter boycotting beavers. But let's not forget, it was the Canadian Prime Minister who called Canadian truckers Nazis, which is about as hateful as you can get, although maybe not quite as hateful as donning blackface. If Justin Trudeau's worried about speech, he should look in the mirror, but the last thing he wants to do is argue with a person of color. I get why he hates Twitter. Any kind of speech about him is usually going to be critical, because he sucks. He's the worst thing to come from Canada since Neil Young's voice. Even Moose are thinking, do we know a realtor in Tampa? Musk responded to the letter with a tweet asking, who funds these organizations that want to control your access to information? Let's investigate. He added that sunlight is the best disinfectant, which I disagree with. Try getting rid of gangrene with a sun lamp. The letter was signed by more than 26 organizations, and it claims that Musk's purchase, or what they call a takeover, will further, quote, toxify our information ecosystem. And worse, it will be a direct threat to public safety, especially among those already most vulnerable and marginalized. So wait, are we talking about free speech on Twitter or defunding the police? They don't think twice about vulnerable people when they get rid of cash bail. But allowing free speech on Twitter, that'll leave a trail of dead bodies from here to Silicon Valley. Threats, public safety, you'd think you were walking in Chicago after 4 p.m. But this is the same fear trotted out against anyone they want to eliminate from discourse. And as usual, it's in the name of the marginalized. But has a white, wealthy leftist ever asked a marginalized group what they really want? Of course not. They wouldn't dare go into a marginalized neighborhood. They might get stabbed by a guy who's back on the street thanks to their own policies. Fact is, polling shows how marginalized groups pretty much want what everybody else wants: a good job, a house, freedom from crime, freedom of speech, and of course an autographed signed photo of Greg Gutfeld. That's what everyone wants. Everyone, except for the very idiots pretending to speak for marginalized groups. And it helps explain the lurch away from debate towards censorship. And while boycotts have been around forever, these are now not about a product, but about silencing any opposition using the social media mob. It's a level of extortion that would make Tony Soprano drop his gabagool. This group also claims that an advertiser risks association with a platform amplifying hate, extremism, health misinformation, and conspiracy theorists. Wait, maybe this letter was meant for CNN. They also claim that under Musk's management, Twitter risks becoming a cesspool of misinformation. That's like saying taking a piss risks stinking up a Times Square porta potty. I know that for a fact. Twitter risks becoming a cesspool of misinformation. What is it already? When someone mentions Twitter, you don't exactly picture guys in powdered wigs sitting in a venerable hall debating the importance of the Protestant work ethic on a capitalist society while having afternoon tea. Saying Musk could make Twitter a cesspool of untruths is like complaining about diarrhea before you've been to Chipotle. Just thinking about it. So who's behind this? It appears it's 3 organizations, which are all left-wing outfits. Jesse Leyrick, a co-founder of Accountable Tech, once served as a spokesperson for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. So he definitely knows about a toxic ecosystem. Media Matters is a bitter den of couch-bound leftists, spends nearly all their time watching Fox and tweeting about it. No wonder Musk scares him so much. He might make these lonely losers work harder or have a heart attack. But the left-wing media has always been about monopolizing speech. They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Tonight on the Chess News Network.
David Brooks here with the Chess News Network, home of the fair and focused debate. We are not swayed by public opinion, and we have the ratings to prove it. We have 2 people here on opposing sides of an issue. Miss, how do you feel about Elon Musk and Twitter?
Billionaires and their corporate interests have no rights to affect political discourse in this country. I read that in the Washington Post.
Ooh, well said. And you, sir, support Elon. What's it like to hate minorities?
Well, wait a minute. No, I would never say something. What I meant to say. You won't even let.
Miss, any thoughts?
We are flirting with fascism in this country, and Lady Liberty did not consent.
Okay, well, I need to. I can't even.
There you have it, folks. Kind of fair and focused debate you'll only see here on the Chess News Network. Back to you, Grabe.
The creepiest thing I've ever seen, but it's kind of appealing. Of course, now the left are no different than students on campus who shut down speakers or shout down speakers. They won't tolerate competition. The problem here, Musk doesn't care. He doesn't need advertisers to make Twitter work. He's got all he needs to make it a success: a belief in free speech, a few extra billions he found under the couch cushions, and balls the size of Caitlyn Jenner. Lyrics, welcome tonight's guest. He turned Al-Qaeda's #1 into a pile of #2. Former Navy SEAL and co-author of the brand new book, The Way Forward, Rob O'Neill. She's so bright, her future has to wear shades. Financial analyst Heather Zamaraga. Norton antivirus can't save you from his infectious laughter. Comedian and co-host of the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show on SiriusXM, Jim Norton. She's like a Q-tip, thin, white, and can be harmful to your ears. Fox News contributor, Kat Tipp. Jim, it's always great to see you.
And a delight to see you.
I could see you all the time if I could.
I see you all the time.
I don't ever want you to leave my eyeballs.
Thank you. You never leave my dreams.
Do you like Elon Musk? And what would you do if you had that kind of money? What would you buy to fix?
I wouldn't buy anything to fix unless there were a lot of broken hookers.
There are.
Yes. Well, that answers your question, doesn't it, Craig?
Yes.
No, I love Elon Musk. I love what he's doing. To act like Twitter is this great place already. I mean, it's a terrible place. Like yesterday, somebody uploaded this video of Madison Cawthorn in a hotel room humping my face.
It is so unfair. He's just a young kid having fun.
Yes.
Rob, good to see you. Kill anybody lately?
Not in front of a camera. Long time.
So what do you make of this open letter or this signed letter from Canada? A country is actually telling us about free speech.
Well, it's the same names, too, with, Canada's involved, the EU, George Soros is involved, the Obamas, the Clintons, David Axelrod's involved. And with Hillary Clinton involved, it surprised me that, she's going after someone who wants to colonize Mars when she married someone who simply wants to put a finger on Uranus. But I'm sure Bill the whole time is like you're getting rid of the internet. Keep your damn hands off Grindr.
Don't come to me after that, please.
Oh, Heather. Heather, you don't have any sex jokes, do you?
No,
Okay.
that's why.
I wasn't expecting that, you know? Okay, so Heather, I'm going to give you the business question here.
Good.
These boycotts have been used in exactly the same way as a threat to silence Fox, to silence Tucker. They did it to Joe Rogan. It was just like, and then it went away. You remember over Spotify. They were like,
Right.
oh my God, dude, we can't, we don't put our music on Spotify. And then now they're doing it to Musk. How do these things ever actually work? These
No, because then you'll just create another platform. But that's an interesting question, given that you take the world's richest man, and instead of creating his own platform, he has billions of dollars, not trillions, not yet.
Yeah.
But billions of dollars, and he decides to buy Twitter. That just goes to show that there is a monopoly in social media, because why wouldn't he just create his own instead of buy what is a liberal platform?
That's a great point.
And he wants free speech. It goes to show you how the liberal media and the liberal mob really is controlling what is put out there. And I think Americans should be able to see both sides. He says he invites his most crucial, critical enemies, and he wants everyone that disagrees with him, not hate speech, but he invites their voices also so that Americans can decide for themselves. I don't think Americans are dumb. When presented with all the facts, let us decide for ourselves.
Yes. Well put, young lady. And not a single perverted sex joke.
No.
Kat, before I ask you a serious question, I have to commend you on your latest character. Quite possibly the freakiest creature I've ever seen. But somehow I feel like I know that person, or I've met that person, or I've seen that person somewhere in clubs. How did you get the twitching down?
I think it came more naturally to me than I thought it would.
So I have a side question, and I was thinking about this. We always hear about George Soros at the root of all of these things, whether it's these progressive DAs or, in this case, this anti-free speech letter. Do you think he is aware that this is going on? Is he because he's in his late 80s. Does he know that these organizations that he's funding are actually doing this stuff? You probably don't know the answer.
Yeah, I mean, we don't hang out. Not even once.
Not even once?
Yeah.
Have you tried calling him?
No. Yeah, but the phone works both ways.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Is there what do you make of this? The fact that this letter was signed by the EU, our fans, Media Matters.
Media Matters. I really don't believe that they are passionate about civility on the internet.
Yes.
Given how many times anyone who has worked here, they've had multiple times where they've twisted something you've said and then, presented it in some incendiary way so that people will go after you and attack you. But really reading too much into Twitter, particularly mentions and stuff like that, it's like a form of self-harm.
Yes.
You're gonna find horrible stuff. But they say, it's not a safe space for women, and I am a woman. And the term, the list of things bothering me, at John 6464622 calling me a whore is at the bottom of the things that worry me.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. First of all, I don't appreciate you mentioning my burner account.
What was the name of your character? Does your character have a name?
Dirtbag Deb.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Let's call Dirtbag Deb. It's like you're hanging out, you got nothing to do. Yeah. Dirtbag Deb's around.
It is 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. Let's call Deb.
Dirtbag Deb's a good time.
Yeah.
But you can't get her. You can't get rid of her.
But she'll never judge you.
Yes. Oh my God, Dirtbag Deb.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.